Hey everyone, welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons with the comic book community. We are here with the gang and we are playing Rime of the Frostmaiden. And this is episode 6. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Yep.
Love the enthusiasm. This is gonna be a long one.
Great.
Well, we ended last week with you guys at the what is it called here? The Northern Light Inn, talking to Speaker Trovis, who was a little intoxicated, as well as the two women who run the inn, whose names are Allie and Corey, Cori. And anyone have any questions? I know John was not here. I do my best Dild impression.
I was here in the last one.
Yeah, he was.
It was
That's
two
right. That
ago.
was 2 ago. Jeez.
So what
It's gonna
were
be
we
April
doing?
before we know it.
I don't remember exactly what we were doing at the end of that. I know we talked to them, but I don't remember exactly where we were at.
I believe we had gotten to the point where they said that
there was like a job they had, but we also were still trying to escort somebody back to the other town first.
Some
You
people
stole some boots.
Some people said that they thought dwarves were behind the
the disappearing of the magic lantern.
Right. And some people said that they were invisible thieves, and so
yeah, one sister is on the dwarf side, the other sister is not on the dwarf side.
right. So yes, Corey believes, she says, besides what use do hungry dwarves have for a lantern, because that's what was stolen from the front of the Lantern Inn. And then we kind of just left it there.
Okay. So we were still in the inn?
You're still in the inn.
So do we? So would you? I mean, I'm all for going to hunt down some dwarfs, but we still have
Potentially.
Yeah,
I'd like to hunt them down and talk to them.
Yeah, I didn't. You know,
I was gonna say, Doc is a dwarf. He's probably not wanting to
Yeah.
hunt dwarves.
go up and down, baby. So what do we do with the guy and his dog?
Well, he seems okay, and he has his dog. The dog led us here. He can lead back, can it not?
I think we should at least escort him back.
No, well, if I have a say in the matter, I suppose. Yes, no, I should be fine. I know the way. I do live in this area. You are the visitors. My dog does not need to lead me home. I know the way.
Well, I just meant in case something happened, you have
Oh yes,
someone
no,
there.
yes, no, it's a wonderful companion, and would be
Yeah, I
greatly.
If you're
Great.
fine, if
You
you're
saved
fine,
your ass more than once.
Yeah.
If
Or
you're
at least-
fine, we'll come back to your house and check up on you and get our cash.
We didn't do it for money, dork. You don't even
No.
remember.
Oh, we did it.
I'm
We
sorry,
did it.
you were offered gold.
Sure or something.
No,
right?
we were not
No.
offered gold.
We did it for
Okay.
some art stuff, right? Some art
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. We'll
Grim-
come and get
Grim
we'll
Show?
get our shark teeth, whale teeth, whatever
Very
the hell
well.
it is.
Well, if you're heading back into the wilderness, I certainly, I don't want to say I have terrible PTSD now, but I think I might take a break from expeditions and not join you for this one, if that's all the same.
Well, enjoy life at home.
Oh,
Whatever.
I shall, thank you, and hope to see you soon.
Toodles.
See ya.
Well, I mean, I'm going to
Safe
stay for
journey.
some food while I'm here, and perhaps leave once I had a good rest, but yes, I guess we can say goodbye now and just
Oh,
sit
well, yeah.
awkwardly at different tables and not talk to each other again.
Just like home.
Okay.
All right. So how far is this place? who do we talk to? We talk about Allie. Who do we talk to about this?
Well,
Or talk to the other Dragonborn?
you don't. Nobody really.
So there were like other things that have been taken, right?
Yeah. So what's been taken is the lantern, a pair of goats from the local tavern, and a small sack of pearls carved into decorative beads gone missing from the stores of Frozen Far expeditions.
All right, so maybe we should like go talk to these other folks and see what they think about all the missing items before we just go marching off to see some dwarves.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, they're like near the mountain, right? Is that the mountain we just came from?
Yes.
Mhm.
We're
Well,
at the base of the mountain, but yes.
yeah, Allie overhears or is still there while you guys are kind of discussing things and says, well, if you wouldn't mind following me, I can show you something. And she leads you towards the back of the inn. And there are some faint footprints that lead out of town in the direction of Kelvin's Cairn.
Okay.
They are, obscured by snow. They look, for all of you who know what snow looks like, not John.
Everyone but John.
They look, like they're kind of filled in, so they just kind of look like small depressions in the snow. But about 50 feet from the inn, the tracks become completely obscured.
Can I do? Go ahead.
What size do the feet appear to be, or the boots?
It's hard to tell. Why don't you make an investigation check?
All right. 17.
Okay. It's hard to tell because they are kind of filled in, but you kind of put your foot over them and your foot fits into the hole, so they're your size or bigger, but you can't really tell exactly. But they're not smaller than your feet.
Gotcha.
So they're not like, I don't know what would be smaller, kobold berries.
Gotcha.
Gnomes?
Halfling.
No. Yeah. But it does seem to be headed in the direction of where this dwarf camp is.
Yes.
Okay.
And Allie says, obviously, I have no proof one way or another, but I think it's a good place to start, just considering the path of the footprints and, the goings on in that area of the cairn. You may want to rent a bobsled. Not bobsled.
Dog sled.
Dog sled. You can go to Frozen Far expeditions. They do rent them out there.
I was actually thinking about tents, since so much of this, there's not really places to stay.
Yeah.
We might want to get tents if we're out too.
Sure, that is an option as well. And obviously, we can't really offer money, but few flagons of mead and a good place to stay and some hot soup every time you come through here.
That stew
There
is
you go.
kicking. That stew is kicking.
There you go.
I'm sure the people of the area will be quite happy to know that their belongings are safe. And I will tell you, as being a lifelong resident here, that your reputation can go a long way in 10 towns. So don't turn your nose up on that.
Remember that, Tickles. Reputation is important.
Hey, I'm a barbarian. I don't give a damn about
So yeah, I think let's visit the expedition place and then maybe head out, depending on what we find out there.
Okay.
I'm suggesting that to the group. I don't know if that's what they're
Yeah,
doing.
no, that sounds good.
Adventure.
Wait, so where are we going?
So we're going back to the expedition place where the first time we came into this town.
Go get some stuff.
See if we can get some stuff. And they had a missing item as well. So see if they have any idea what happened to their stuff.
Stuff was like 2 goats, right? 2 goats.
No, they weren't
No,
goats.
they had a decorative pearl.
They were the decorative pearls or something.
The goats were stolen from the tavern.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So you go in and you're greeted once again. Oh, hello. Nice to see you again so soon.
How you doing?
Doing well, times are tough.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot, Obama. Different Obama.
So, like, we were told we could get a dog sled here. True?
Yeah, certainly. We rent those out.
Cool.
What about tents?
Oh, surely. We got tents. 2-person tents, 2 gold apiece.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get a tent then.
I'll buy myself a tent too because I'm pretty big. If I roll over on a gnome or a dwarf, I kill it. Want my own tent. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, that'll house 3 of you then.
Well, we really need another. I mean, we got 3 of that, and 2 halves.
Pizza's up.
I'll buy a tent.
Who said I was sharing my tent with any of you?
Hey, I'm saying no.
No, I don't know you yet.
You want that luxurious, you're just going to starfish out in a 2-person tent?
Maybe. I got my raven. There's 2 of us.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, I'm practically a pillow at this point.
I want to buy a bedroll too.
You should
I
have
don't
a
already have
bedroll.
one.
Is that in the?
It should be in your starting equipment, most likely.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's right there. That's right there. That's right there. Right there. I'm gonna buy myself a tent.
All right. Took my 2 gold off and added a tent. So yeah, how much to rent the dog sled?
Well, it's 10 gold per day for the sled and 5 gold per dog per day for the sled.
A day?
Oh, geez.
But good news is, Jartha, your good friend Jartha, comes if you rent the sled, comes with no charge.
Oh, well, that's good. So the reason we're thinking about renting a sled is we heard about these thefts in town.
Oh yeah, real bugger that one.
Yeah, and the ladies at the Northern Light, is that what it was? I forget.
Yep.
Suggested that there was evidence that dwarves had been involved or something.
Well, I mean, not to jump to conclusions, but that's the rumor on the street. People seem to think that's the way the cookie crumbled.
Yeah, so you guys had some stuff missing as well?
Yeah, pearls.
Yeah, any sign of who could have done it or any kind of evidence?
No, can't say I have. A ring camera didn't even pick anything up.
That's fun.
That's a camera that's in my ring because it's magical.
The One Ring.
What's a camera?
Well, it's a type of magic that comes from a faraway land that captures images. It's quite remarkable.
Very nice. Sounds intriguing. And useful. Or maybe not in this case, though.
Well, not when apparently the thieves are invisible.
You think they're invisible?
That they seem to be invisible.
So, when did this theft occur?
Quite recently, not night or 2 ago. Since you've left the last time.
Oh, okay. So yeah, just in the last couple days. Then. So, and it happened. I assume it happened at night.
Well,
There's not really any daytime around here.
Yeah,
remember?
exactly.
Yeah. It's
I
all
guess
right.
when
It's
you
all
were
much
closed,
the same.
I should say. How about this? It happened when you were closed. It wasn't like
I did notice it in the morning when I was doing a sweep of our inventory, but since I can't really say necessarily exactly when they left, they could have come in and they were invisible. Like I said, I don't know if you caught me when I said they're invisible.
So
I heard it.
Why does everyone believe they're invisible?
Would it bother you if we took a look around where the pearls are being kept just to see if we can pick up on anything?
Sure. Yeah.
Can I do
would you consider these pearls
Sorry.
a family?
I just want to do an investigation.
Yeah. All right.
What'd you say, Tickles?
I was wondering if these things were your family jewels.
I got a 21.
No, they weren't our family jewels. They were your mother's pearl necklace.
Oh, okay. Maybe who gave my mother the pearl necklace? Maybe he took it back.
Well, it's a hard thing to take back. Can't put it back in once
Once it's out of the bottle. You know,
Yeah, you know. 21.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's.
I didn't think there was much, but I
No.
would feel weird
I mean,
not at
what,
least looking.
you can tell that like it is.
There's no
behind-
pearls.
There's no pearls, and it's
And
you
you
know,
didn't see anyone, so
they aren't just like
they're
they weren't
invisible.
just like sitting on a counter. So someone had to kind of make their way behind the counter to get to them.
Okay,
They're under glass, so
sure.
they definitely would have noticed someone walking around where they weren't supposed to be. Basically.
Gotcha.
Did anybody dust for fingerprints or anything like that?
I'm waiting for the DNA to come back.
DNA sample.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, well, we appreciate it. And how much did we owe for the dog sled? And
Well, who's buying tents?
I gave you
I
two.
bought the tent. I already
Already
paid
bought
the gold and bought a tent.
So
we have two tents.
The dog sled you'll pay for when you get back because
Okay,
it depends on how many days you're out with it.
Okay.
gotcha. But
Well, if
the
I have to share, I'll share. My tent, but it's like my tent. You guys can stay.
so
in
I
the
think
room.
3 of us bought tents. Yeah, myself, Tickles, and Doc all bought tents.
All right, so Gish and I will bunk up with whoever lets us. I don't think I have a lot of space. I just don't think I can probably carry a tent.
Yeah, they're 20 pounds.
Yeah, and I have a negative on my strength. So
All right.
Well, Gotha is still resting up from the last adventure. So why don't you spend the night and rest up, and we'll get started
That would be good.
in the quote unquote morning.
That
So,
sounds like a good
We
plan.
already killed the one guy by, so this could be.
how many places? Sorry, how many places have been robbed here in town?
Well, I mean, I can't speak for like citizens, but
Right.
from the businesses, the 3, the goats, the pearls, and the lantern.
Are there any other businesses that haven't been robbed yet? Are there plenty of them? Is it a rather big burg here?
I mean, you can see one side to the other. No,
I'm curious if there's a 4th place that we should be at least watching over for the night.
For what? They're invisible.
yeah.
Fair footprints in the snow.
I mean, if they do come in the night again, might replace the pearl necklace, but they won't be hard to see footprints because it is a small place. So
Right.
and the business district, as we like to call it, triangulated up here in the northern part of this town. So I'm sure you'll be able to see any sign of foul doings pretty easily.
All right.
Whatever's doing this seem to, even though they can disappear, turn invisible, they do seem to not care about leaving footprints. We've seen them a few times, so chances are that'll be the case again.
Well, all right. Thank you.
All right. I guess if we're done here, I'm going to go lay down.
So we go back to the Northern Light.
Yeah. And
Or do we want to talk to the people that lost the goats?
What'd you say,
okay,
Doc?
that's at the hook, line, and sinker.
Well, we haven't been there yet. Do we want to go talk to those folks?
I think we should. Just,
Okay.
I doubt we get much more info, but it can't hurt.
Yeah.
Before
Plus,
we go
it just
off in the
gets to
middle
know
of
more
nowhere.
people in the town. So, so
I'd hate to grab the wrong goats.
yes, yeah, we don't want to be goat thieves. So we head to what is the hook, line, and sinker?
That's the tavern.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought the Northern Light was Northern Light's just an inn. Got
It's
it.
just an inn, yeah, that serves fish soup. But
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, let's go to the tavern.
okay. So you walk in and you see that that the people here seem to be in kind of a better mood than a lot of places you've seen elsewhere.
The drink must be good.
As soon as you walk in, this half elf walks in and he says, "Ah, travelers, welcome. Here, please." And he just shoves a free half pint of ale into each of your hands.
Hey, I'm liking this place.
Please, new customers get free half pints at the Hook, Line, and Sinker. So please sit down. Feel free to order more. Enjoy yourselves.
Much appreciated.
Hey, like, what's your name? Who are you?
Most people around here just call me Glenn.
Hey, Glenn, how you doing?
You're not gonna give your name after you demanded his?
Did he ask for it? Hey, all right, friend. My name is Tickles. Tickles Magina. How you doing?
It's an unusual name. Where'd you get that?
Unusual for me. I don't know about you, but it's what I got.
Fair enough.
Why the free booze?
He kind of already answered that.
I want to know. I want to know.
I feel like you're not actually listening to him. He says something for free to new customers because they don't probably get a lot of travelers here.
Yeah, and our name is the Hook, Line, and Sinker, so it is the hook to bring you in.
Look at
You
that. I
got
like a
me.
good clever
theme.
play
We're
on
trying
words
out
like
We're
that.
trying out a theme bar here.
Hey,
Do you have anything to eat here tonight?
No, if you want some food, you should head over to the Northern Light. They have a wonderful stew
Marvelous.
there, but
I love that. It's great. Well, I
but
just
no,
wanted to
we're
check.
just a tavern. We just have booze, which
Well, I appreciate
for
that.
most people around these parts sometimes is good enough.
Something to keep themselves warm on cold
Yeah,
nights.
well, don't tell them that it's not real warmth. It's just it tricks your body into thinking you're warm, but
Right.
you're actually more likely to get hypothermia if you're drinking in the cold because you think you're warm, but you're actually not, and so you won't seek shelter or make a fire because you're like, I'm
Because it
pretty
thins
warm.
the blood.
Yeah.
There it is. Are you some sort of scientist here or something, Roundabout?
No, I just really like alcohol.
yeah, man. I knew I liked you, Glenn.
I think you're going to like him a lot.
yeah.
What's up, Matt? In the chat. What's up, Comics by the Bay?
Matt in the chat. Look at you. You're a poet. Didn't even know it.
So, heard you lost some goats lately.
Ghosts?
Goats.
Goats.
So
I don't need any rumors that this is haunted.
No.
Yes. Oh, some goats. Yes. No, there were goats stolen. Yes.
Out of curiosity, did you keep the goats for the sweet milky?
Well, I mean, it's slightly sour milky. If you ever had goat's milk, it's
Fair enough.
not like those newfangled cows that give you chocolate milky.
So yeah, we've been hearing rumors. So you're that invisible dwarves are have been stealing stuff. What is your thought on this?
Yes,
what happened?
I've heard that those are the rumors as well. Now, I must say, I do get my ale from dwarves that live in the valley, but I've not known them to turn invisible or to need to steal anything. They do quite well for themselves, selling the ale to a number of inns in the area. In fact, have you met Jartha over at Frozenfar?
Yes, we have met Jonathan.
Yeah, he tends to fetch the ale for me, so I would, unless he's in cahoots, but I believe something was stolen from there as well.
This is true. Well, we've just been hearing strange rumors, and we were curious what, what.
No reason to leave any rock unturned. Now, how about that second round?
Yeah, I'll go for it. You want?
Sure.
Do you have any like wine or anything?
No, we've got ale.
Wonderful. I like it. Great choice.
All right, very good. Give me two silver apiece for the ales.
All right.
All right.
So that's what, 1 gold, right? If we I'll buy a round.
Oh, there you go.
I'll buy a round right there.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't going to, but if it's free.
All right, he comes back.
Is there
out
anyone
with-
else in the place?
I mean, there's a number of, smattering of locals drinking,
No.
but no one that seems especially sober or noteworthy.
So were these goats just out back? Where were they taken from when he comes back?
We no, you can't really keep livestock outdoors in this area because of the cold. I don't know if you've been outside yet.
Yes, no, I have.
Yeah, no,
I didn't know if you had like a stable or something out back, or what you were keeping.
No, we kept them in the back with the ale.
Okay.
So the goats were the only thing taken? Not this wonderful ale?
Yes, no, just the goats.
Interesting. So why would someone take pearls, goats, and
Not the ale.
Well, just why these odd items? Pearls and were made into beads, goats and ale, or in a lantern. These goats, were they just regular farm goats? What I mean, were they mountain goats?
They were magic goats that laid golden eggs.
No. You did hear me say mountain goats and not just like. I assume
They were regular goats, like
Okay.
farm goats. Yes.
I'm just was trying to if there was something.
Put things together.
I'm trying to figure out what they're trying to accomplish here. These thieves.
I mean, all of those things are worth something to somebody.
Clear, yes, of course. I was just trying to think if there was a link between the 3 items.
So, who do you think toted your goats off? Do you have any?
I do not like to speculate. It's bad for business.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but if you did, who would you think it was?
Well, if I did, it might be bad for business.
Yeah, but if you
He's
did,
gonna start thinking it's you if you don't leave him alone.
That's exactly where I was about to go with this. Pushing a little too hard for an answer.
yeah, okay, I'll just sit here with my ale.
So did you or did you not also have a ghost problem?
No, that was a misunderstanding when I thought he said ghosts instead of goats.
I was just checking. You never know.
As far as I know, no ghosts. But if you were some sort of cleric or something that would like to bless the world, bless the inn, the tavern, by all means, as long as it doesn't cost me anything. Another round.
Can you even do that?
Another round.
Well, I think I've had quite enough. These are rather large for me.
Yes, they're about the size of your torso.
I know it's hard for me to keep up with this barbarian here. He's huge. He puts it away.
Well, we appreciate your time and your patience with our questions.
Certainly, if you'd like to stay until closing time, we have our famous drinking contest.
Oh, how does this
Yeah,
go?
what do you get? What's the contest?
Who can drink the most?
And does the winner get anything or just bragging rights?
No, yep. It is all for fun and games, and no one ever gets hurt or hospitalized or addicted to the stuff.
Well,
That's an oddly specific qualification.
And how often does this drinking contest occur?
Oh, every night.
Ah, well,
Night
maybe-
tradition.
Maybe we'll catch it another time.
Yes, this town is full of very very bad livers.
Now we know why this place seems so much happier than most of the places we've been in.
Yes,
this town.
well, live hard, die young, as they say. Because
So we leave it?
you'll probably die young anyway in this realm. So
There you go. All right. Well, I think at this point, unless you guys get something else, I'd say we head back to the inn and rest up one more night before heading out to see if we can't talk to these dwarves and see what they know.
Yeah.
As we leave, I turn back and tell him, if you ever do turn out to have a ghost problem, just use sage.
that's very expensive in these parts.
I've already walked out. I just tell him use sage.
All right.
Well,
so
he won't be helping us anytime soon.
Are you sure the whole thing about reputation shouldn't have been directed at Gish instead
I
of
think it should have absolutely been directed against. I was thinking Tickles might be the worst, but I think I might be wrong. I think Gish is supposed to be charismatic. He's a bard. Good with people.
So we head back to the inn and
Yeah. Take another. See if we can get another rest in.
Yep.
And get rid of my last level of exhaustion.
right.
yeah, and Allie offers to because you are going on this quest on behalf of the town. She says basically like you can have a free night in advance, and if you don't succeed, you can pay when you get back. But he would like you rested for the adventure to help you succeed.
That would be much appreciated.
Sorry, I was late. I was writing my name in the snow behind the inn.
Well, it's much appreciated. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Do you want to do anything else before you rest up, or
I think so.
and do a little doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, so it is morning time. Well, it is
Ish.
after a rest later.
After the rest. Okay, let's go get this dog sled and
Hook it up.
Zara. No, that's not right. I don't remember how to say his name.
Gartha.
Jartha.
Yeah, so when you walk out, you notice a new set of tracks that look similar to the ones that you saw last night.
Outside of the inn?
Yeah.
Go
Did we
in.
notice anything obviously missing?
Can I
I mean, you can follow the track.
can I investigate? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they coming from the inn to the inn?
You do not see them going inside the inn. They are walking past the inn.
Okay. Can we see which direction they're heading? Is it possible
Yeah.
to tell which way?
From here, they are walking. They're walking west. So the Northern Light Inn is kind of like the edge of town. So the tracks are walking into town.
Into town. Is it possible to tell how many, or is it
It's just one set.
just one set? Okay.
So let's.
Well, then, yeah, I guess we'll
Can we follow these?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, do they look similar in size to what we saw before?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the tracks are walking into town or out of town?
into?
Into town.
They're walking from out of town past the inn and into town.
Well, let's follow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see where they lead, and maybe there's something missing.
Okay. You wander around town for a few minutes following these tracks. They seem to just kind of be meandering in no particular direction. They kind of go in between houses and up and down side alleys, but they don't seem to have entered any building that you can see.
Okay.
And then they lead back out of town.
Curious.
Okay.
All right,
Let's go get our
yeah.
sled and see if we can't. Do they head out of town the same direction they came from, or do they head out of town?
All right, so they go back.
They go back to the west toward where the dwarf camp is.
So when we started following them, there was only one pair of tracks. Are there now two going back out? So like we're like right on their trail, or did we just not see the other set when we came by?
No, it's one set of tracks that lead from out of town and look like they walked around town while you were asleep and then walked back out.
On their own footsteps back out again.
At least from where you can see, yeah.
So that's because I was curious because we didn't see two tracks going.
I mean, they didn't enter and leave at the exact same spot, but they.
Yeah, so I'm saying when we've noticed them, were both tracks there, or did they just happen?
They didn't enter and leave in the exact same point of the town.
Gotcha. Okay.
But they're heading in the same direction.
Heading back out
as
to
far as the compass goes out of
Yeah.
town, but not at the same point.
Gotcha. Let's go get our sled, see if maybe we can follow these tracks out of town.
All right.
Let's go.
So you pick up your sled, and Jartha, who will drive the sled, and start following the tracks. And pretty shortly outside of town, they stop, and a new set of tracks begin that looks like something rather large pulling a sled. So you see like sled tracks and something pulling the dog sled that is larger than dog footprints.
We're hunting Santa.
Can we find out by
So
looking what kind of animal most likely from what we've seen?
Yeah, if anyone likes to do an investigation check.
I can do that.
get investigation.
Oh, shit.
I got a 15.
I got a 4.
You're not
I got
supposed to do the
7.
investigation, Tickles. You're not. That's not what you're here for.
Feast
You're
of-
here for cracking skulls.
Those of you who rolled a 15 or higher, you know very well that these are ogre footprints.
Okay.
Did it seem like our
Something's
tracks
working with an ogre.
joined in? Like they just met up somehow? Is that what you're saying?
I think they were
They
waiting.
got on the sled, and the ogre's pulling the sled.
Yeah, the ogre is looked like it's pulling the sled.
So the people, whoever we were following, got on the sled.
Can we tell with that if it's one or more?
Ogres?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's one set of footprints and the sled tracks.
All right, let's follow this ogre, I guess.
Do I know about ogres?
I don't know. Give me a history check.
I don't know nothing about ogres.
All right. You
I
know
guess I can see if I
enough
know
to have
anything about-
recognized the footprints, but you don't know.
I have a dirty 20. I definitely know about ogres.
Okay. Then what would you like to know about ogres? Like they're big and mean and drooly and
That's about what I thought I would know.
yeah.
Well, if you want a little insight into what Gish was wanting to know, he was wanting to remind himself exactly how tall do these things normally come.
How tall? I mean, they're large. They're much taller than any of you. You probably know that much, if even with a bad roll, if you
Just
recognize
look at
their footprints, you know
Yeah,
they're
right.
big boys.
Yeah. So what's the weather like currently? How far can we kind of see? I guess it's so dark. Never mind. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
It's dark.
So you can.
I can see my 120 feet basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So are you just gonna follow the tracks?
Yeah.
I mean, it's our one clue, I guess. So other
Yeah.
than just going to the dwarf camp. So
All right, so you start following these tracks, and they go for a pretty good distance. But then, eventually the wind and the snow and everything has kind of obscured them to a point where you kind of lose the scent.
Are we still going towards the mountain where we're supposed to be going?
Yeah, are we still in the direction of the dwarf camp, or have we veered off?
We're heading generally towards the mountain, yes. Not like the exact same path you took when you went directly to the mountain, but
Right.
you're heading in the general direction of the mountain.
And how does this path relate to where we would go if we were going to the dwarves? Still.
Well, you've never been to the dwarf, so you don't.
Oh
But
no, I'm asking
our guide.
The guide.
Yeah, I mean, it's not directly the same,
Okay.
but
I'm gonna ask, has he ever seen the dwarves having an ogre around? Like, that doesn't seem like something that would normally happen.
yeah, he just kind of shakes his head. He's like, no ogres.
Okay.
That I've seen, at least.
So we lost the trail. We don't have okay.
Yeah, so what we need to do now is your favorite thing, a survival group check.
Okay.
The good news is Jartha rolls with you and has advantage.
Oh, nice.
So
Where's my survival? Oh, I forgot. I got a plus 3.
Is it a straight roll, or do I add something to it?
Whatever your survival
you add
bonus
your
is.
survival.
Oh, okay, I got it right. Oh, yeah, so that's an 18.
3.
11.
14.
22.
There it is. Okay.
There you go.
All right. So
I wasn't made for these climates.
Double checking what the DC was.
I definitely didn't make it.
I rolled a 14.
Dill did not.
I got a 3.
Tickles.
18.
Gish.
He got 11. Yeah.
And Doc.
22.
Okay. Yes, you did not make it this first roll, so let's try it again.
Is it like the majority has to make it, or every single one of us?
No, it has to be half or better.
Oh, wow.
This time I sucked. I got a 9 on this one.
19.
13.
18.
Okay. Jartha rolled an 18 on that one, so you successfully navigate your way this time. So that wasn't so bad.
I saw it 2, and I was like, oh, geez, I'm in trouble. I got to add +1.
So as you keep moving, eventually you see starting to come in clear in the distance a blocky stronghold. It looks bereft of warmth or charm. It juts out of a hillside in a rough crescent shape. Only part of its construction is visible. The rest seems to be buried in the stone. A large double door of stone serves as the main entrance. The terrain leading to it is a gently upward sloping plain covered with fresh snow. A stream used to flow out of a barred culvert northeast of the main entrance, but the waterway has frozen, as all the water seems to in this area. 2 other barred openings can be seen along the stronghold's north wall. Anyone positioned behind these openings would clearly have an unobstructed view of the hillside. Closer to you, separate from the rest of the stronghold, is a snow-covered stone bunker perforated by arrow slits.
Jeez.
Any smoke or signs of habitants? Light?
Can we ask the guide if this is is this the dwarf's place, or?
Yeah, since he's done business with them a lot. Yeah.
No, this is not where he.
Oh, this is something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is not the dwarf camp.
This he know what this is. I mean, has he ever?
Yeah, has
No,
he ever seen?
He is not familiar with this place.
Okay.
And
Does
how
it look
far
like
away
it's
from the
been-
dwarf?
Does it look like it's been here for a long? I mean, it sounds like it's been here for a long time, though.
Yes, but it is pretty well hidden. So, unless you're out here looking for something like this, you wouldn't just come upon it necessarily, because it seems to be a bit out of the way from any sort of other travel paths in this
So
wilderness area of 10 towns.
So now that we can see this, and this place can probably see us, how far are we from it?
You're basically whatever your max distance is.
The 120, or well, I don't. Not everybody has that. So.
Yeah, I will tell you, the walls that lead into this place are like kind of sheer stone walls. So it's kind of in a, not a cave, but in a kind of a carved out section of this mountain.
Okay.
And it slopes upwards from every angle because of the stream that had been there. Kind of, it goes like this. Does that make sense? So like, there's a kind of like a canyon.
Right. It's Helm's Deep is what you're telling us. We've approached Helm's Deep.
Yeah, sort of.
Okay. So do we see any sign of activity?
No, you do not see or hear anything.
Can I do a perception check, I guess?
Sure.
I'm probably not perceiving. Crap, that's an 8.
Yeah, the only thing you perceive is that navigating heading up this middle section would prove more difficult than kind of staying to one side or the other.
And if we go in where the river was, can they see us if we're going up that way? Because there's slits in one place and there's other.
Yeah. So at anywhere, certainly like in the middle of this section, because this outpost has higher ground. So if you are walking anywhere like in the middle of this area, it is
You're going to be seen.
Fully visible from any of these little cutouts that you've spotted.
Okay. Does there look like a path where we can, for lack of a better term, flank the front of this and actually get up to it?
Make another perception check.
Hey, that's a little better. 19.
Yeah. You think that if you hug the eastern wall and kind of go behind this extra little building, that might be your best bet to not be spotted, because it has some natural cover.
So yeah, let's see if we can approach. See if we can figure out who and what this is.
Stealthy.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. In fact, I do need you all to make stealth checks if you're going to try to sneak by this additional tower.
Oh, damn, yeah.
That's a 21.
14.
I got a 15.
12.
I've got disadvantage and I got a 20.
Nice.
Why do you have disadvantage?
Yeah,
Because
y'all
I'm wearing
rested.
heavy armor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was going to say, you shouldn't still be exhausted. Okay.
Just on stealth.
Clink, 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 clink.
Rolled horrible.
So you walk by this stone bunker, which stands about 15 feet tall. The rough edges of this construction indicate it was cut from a single piece of stone. But you managed to sneak by it. I mean, you don't know if anyone's inside it or not, but no one seems to notice you if they are. And then you sneak up towards this, the front of the place. So there's kind of two ways that you notice that you can try to get in. One is just trying the door, and the other one is this little notch that the stream used to flow through. It is barred, but you feel like it is large enough to get through if you were to figure out a way to get into it.
Can I test to see if the bars are loose or if the ground where the bounds are is loose?
I don't think any ground around here is loose. It's frozen.
Yeah. Everything's frozen.
I mean, you can certainly check them out.
But go for it. Investigate away, Tickles.
Investigate. Okay. That's a 10.
I mean, they look very old, so you think that maybe you could.
Could I try to get one of the bars out?
Yeah, give me a strength check.
This is your moment right here. See?
It'll be a 2. Watch.
You're not trying to charm people.
That's a 16.
See?
They do wiggle a bit, but they do not budge enough for you to make any difference in sneaking through.
The weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
Can I try again?
Can one of us assist to give him advantage?
Sure.
I mean,
Sure, I'll assist.
it's not going to be me.
Well, the assist, you're not really doing anything. You're just giving
Yeah,
it.
that's just I rolled a 13.
With advantage?
Oh,
You roll twice when you have advantage.
well. Oh, that's better. That's saving throws of +5. That's an 18.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely feel them wiggling, but still, it's not enough to actually budge them.
So, can I investigate this whole grate and opening here where the bars are and see if there's maybe something other than just jerking the bars out that we can do here?
Sure.
That is 16.
You don't notice anything like that would finesse them open. Like they are not made to open and close. They are made to
Right.
bar this from being an entrance. So besides force or breaking them in some way, you don't see. I will tell you though, with your investigation, only smaller creatures could probably fit through these, even if you did open them. So like,
All right, deal.
Can Dill
Yeah.
fit through now?
Dill-
Or does he-
no one can fit through now. But if you were to remove a bar or two,
I mean, so here's the
Not
question.
my moment.
Here's the question for the group: is like, all right, we don't know what this is. This could be. We don't know that. Obviously, this place is built in a way to be defensive, but we don't know that these people are actually going to attack us just because we come up to the door.
Yeah.
So what do we want to try to sneak in? Do we want to try to
We're
be
being
more-
cautious.
We can still back off, go to the dwarf. I mean, we were heading towards the dwarfs anyways.
But the
And
track,
then maybe they know something about this place since they're up here anyways, right? I mean, they may know what this is.
I mean, yeah. Do we want to just break into this place? Do we want to like?
just knock.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I'll
thinking. I
knock
was
on the
thinking we just
door.
Knock. But yeah.
I'll go knock.
I mean,
I'll let you know what happens. I'm gonna go
You're gonna
knock on the
knock?
door. Yeah.
You gonna knock?
Knocking on.
Yeah. Good police knock too.
Somebody's gonna be knocking on heaven's door pretty soon.
Do we see any footprints outside these things? Nobody's
give me an
really looked.
investigation check.
Yeah, let me look.
Yeah, before he knocks, we're gonna see if we've seen any.
I got an 11.
17.
All right, there you go.
Oh, investigation.
Yeah, you see what looks like similar tracks to what was pulling the sled, and another set of footprints
Okay.
going into the front
All
door.
right, so maybe not knock. Well, I mean, we still don't. We're still like surmising because whatever this was came into town, walked around. We don't know if anything was actually missing from last night because we didn't really ask around.
I think we might be overthinking. I'll just go knock. Wait here.
Yeah. Jeez.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Hey, 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 hey. Knock, knock. Cool.
So yeah, I'm knocking.
So what are
He's
you
not-
doing? This is gonna go well.
Okay.
Good Lord. Meanwhile, the rest of us are staying out of sight, I guess. See if Kiss dies and we can just,
All right.
Um.
keep filling with the bars, maybe.
All right. You knock, and there's a moment, and then you feel a crossbow bolt hit you in the back and does 4 points of damage.
Wait, in the back.
Yes.
So there's the door, and are we inside? Like, is it circular or something? Or is
It
there
is
something behind us, or is it just out of the blue?
Yeah,
You hit in the back.
well, there's that tower that you passed that's behind you.
So okay, so
But it is-
someone
it
in
is-
the tower.
This
and
is
didn't knock out.
carved. This is kind of like in an inlet of the mountain.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, there is a tower behind you that
That wasn't very friendly.
that has arrow slits. That
So do we see where it came
Okay.
from?
Well,
I
what
mean,
you told
logically,
me,
you would know that it could only come from one place. I mean, unless there are rumors of these things being invisible, so it could be anywhere out here. But
I just mean, did we see where because we were watching him approach? Did we?
yeah, well, everyone make a perception check for me.
Where's my perception? 19.
Yeah, you definitely see that it came from this bunker or whatever it is. This
So
tower.
are we still? Can we go back to the bunker? I mean, they haven't seen us. They've seen him, right? So
Oh, they'll see us as soon as we move. I think now.
no, they're aware. Do we see a door to this bunker where we are?
No, it seems to be cut from a single piece of stone. So there's no
It's probably
besides the arrow slits. Besides the arrow slits, you don't see any other breaks in this stone. So no doors, no windows.
so what's the damage for my bolt in the back?
4.
All right. So as soon as that happens, Gish is just going to turn around and go, "Whoa! What the hell, man? I'm coming in peace." Hands up. Do I get a response or?
Can I get another bolt?
What's your AC?
Do what?
What's your armor class?
14.
So when you do that, another bolt goes right past your head and smacks into the stone door behind you.
So with that one and me looking, can I see exactly where it came from?
Yeah, it came from this tower. It came from the arrow slits from this tower.
With my 60 feet of dark vision, can I see a twinkle of a arrowhead or anything in that slit in the tower?
Tickles. Smash.
No.
Which tickle's gonna smash?
Yeah, there's nothing to smash.
The door, and then we just charge
There's
in.
no door. There's no door. Oh, the door to the.
door to the main key.
Run over where the doors were.
Because then
I
you
mean,
can go up to the tower, right?
There's no door to the tower, but there's door to the main
Unless
key.
it's carved through the wall. This is where they came in at.
Yeah,
Right.
they came.
That's
The
what it
door
seems
that
to me.
Gish is at appears to be the only door.
Yes.
So
All right.
yeah, so either we need to break these bars and try to get through it, but he even said then that not all of us could potentially fit, even if we got a bar broken out.
Is that tower and where the arrow slid? That's all within 60 feet. I'm not that far away, right?
Yeah, it's just kind of on the outskirt of 60 feet, but it's also 20 feet high. So
Okay. Well, in a very strange turn of events, Gish gets serious for a moment, and I just look at the arrow slit place, and I want to cast Dissonant Whispers. It's just someone that can hear me. I don't have to see them if they're in range.
Okay, how does that work?
All right. You whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear, racking it with terrible pain. You must make a wisdom save or take psychic damage.
What's the range on that?
60 feet.
Yeah, so as like a triangle is, this would be greater than 60 feet
So
because
you'd have to move toward it.
it's 60 feet away from you, but it's also 20 feet up.
Okay. Well, I would assume I would want to run towards it to get out of the range of another bolt in my face. So may I use my 30 feet of movement?
What's that?
May I use my 30 feet of movement
Yeah. Then you can
towards
do
it
it.
and
Sure.
then do the Dissonant Whisper?
Certainly.
Okay. Well, I guess the melody is going to be on my recorder. We'll go on
Okay.
the recorder, just like fifth grade.
Can you whisper and play a recorder at the same time?
Well, it says whisper a discordant melody, so I don't know if.
Yeah, I don't guess you actually play it using
I
it.
think you're singing. Like,
I think
Okay, I think you just whisper something.
Okay.
Well,
I think-
then I do the Mission Impossible thing.
okay. You said a wisdom save?
Uh-huh.
I rolled a 13.
That fails, so I'll read the rest of it. On a failed save, the target takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you. The creature doesn't move into obvious. Well, you know about all that. So the damage is 7 points of psychic damage,
Okay.
and then that'll end my turn.
All right. Well, you obviously can't see or hear anything, but you wait a moment and there are no more bolts fired in your direction. So you would assume this thing has retreated as far as it can away from you.
And me going towards the tower, is there like an entryway, or is it somewhere else?
You were most likely at the entryway.
I was most likely at
The entryway. With the entryway of what?
entryway to the tower, or is the
There's
tower
no entry to the
There's
tower.
there's no visible entryway to the tower.
Okay, so I'm just heading towards the tower. Okay, I got you.
So the
Then I'm done.
only entryway you see here is the large doors to the main keep.
Okay.
So no other
doors-
arrows came. So just the one person.
Yeah.
There's multiple arrow slots, but there's just one. So only one person has shot at him.
Yes.
Is the door open?
He didn't try it. I think
Would
he
you
just
like to try it?
Yes.
Okay. Make a strength check for me, please.
All right. How did I do that?
It's actually it says an athletics check.
Oh, okay.
Athletics.
That's better for you.
18.
Yeah. The doors are quite heavy, but they actually pull open.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So I guess we're all gonna
We're all going in now.
go in.
Hey, we look
Here go.
around the right. So we look around the corner. The door is open and we can look inside. What do we see inside before we rush in?
You look in. There, as soon as you open the door, there is you can see a pit. There's a 30-foot deep pit inside the doors that has a internal drawbridge to this keep. So the hall is devoid of decoration. A frozen well stands near a hallway to the east, and 3 iron cages are pushed against one wall. One contains a malodorous ogre with rotting, half-frozen skin and an empty right eye socket. It howls in despair at the sight of you. Another whole cage holds a pair of nervous goats, and the third cage is empty. Leaning against the wall near the cages is a wooden dog sled with ice clinging to it.
So
just
we
go-
can't get to any of those things because of the pit.
No, the drawbridge is down.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So we can't go across. Okay.
Yes, you can go across, but it
Do we
is.
need to check it for stability?
You can if you
Can
want.
I just do a quick
If
check?
Ogre went across
Is that a perception or an investigation? What do you want?
I mean, the
that'd be
ogre went across it.
That would be investigation. I mean, you assume the ogre went across it.
I got an 18.
Yeah, it's sturdy.
And the ogre
Tickles.
is locked up, so he can't get to
Smash.
it.
The ogre appears to be locked up. Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, let's go across, I guess.
Yep.
Okay. I need you all to roll initiative, please.
Wait a minute, is this one?
Right.
That sucks.
All right. Gray,
19.
Dild,
17.
Tickles,
8.
Gish.
Nat 20 plus 4.
Whoa. And Doc.
7.
All right.
Healer to the attack.
Yeah.
Charge healer.
The bard goes first. That's always helpful.
Let me just write the initiative order here real quick. Okay. So as you take a couple steps over this bridge, two kind of like haggard, frozen-looking dwarves come in, one from each direction of this hall. Clearly hearing this ogre crying or screaming when you entered.
So this dwarves. Okay. These different dwarves.
So first in the order is going to be Gish, obviously.
So you had us roll initiative. Does that mean that they are angry looking? Like,
Yeah, they have weapons drawn.
okay. Well, then you're going to see Gish, and he's like,
I mean,
let's take you on the station. Here's some bardic inspiration. Come on. And the gnome wizard Dild and Tickles will both get a D6. Well, actually, I can only do one at a time. So Tickles gets a bardic inspiration, D6.
Okay.
And then Gish will moonwalk about 10 feet back.
okay. So, I mean, just to be clear, they have their weapons drawn, but you did just enter their place. So they are not.
But we
attacked.
see the stolen goats most likely.
Yeah, most likely the stolen goats, most likely the ogre that was pulling the dog sled, and they did shoot you from outside. So
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that I'm not leading you in a specific direction.
Yeah. So, well, he didn't attack them. He gave guard.
Right, yeah. So next in order is Gray.
So, what is Gray gonna do? They attacked us for no reason. They attacked us for approaching.
Dwarf, so I don't want to.
How far away are they?
So there's one coming from the west, which is closer to you. That's about 30 feet away, and then the one coming from the east corridor is about 40 feet away. There is also another. So there's two corridors, east and west, so left and right, and straight forward ahead of you there is another opening that goes further into this layer. So there are three ways to.
Three ways, and how far are they apart from each other?
The room itself is about 60 feet, 65 feet across, and
Okay.
40 feet deep.
So they're ways apart.
Yeah.
And how close are either of them to the ogre's cage?
The one to your right is closer. So the ogre's all three cages are on the right side of you. So the one in that area is closer to the ogre's cage.
And that the right was the one that was closer to me anyway. It was 30 feet from me anyway.
No, the one to your left is closer to you.
Okay. And can I get between him and the ogre's cage?
The one to your right?
Yeah.
I mean, certainly. I mean, you're not going to be able to fully block any path to the cage, but you can position yourself in a way where you can likely try to dissuade him from getting over there.
Yeah, I'm going to move to get, if it doesn't take does it take me, will I have to use a dash to get that far?
No. If you're just trying to block the way, it's probably about 20 feet from you.
Okay, so I'm going to try to get between him and the ogre's cage, and then I'm going to hold my action.
Okay. Next is Dild O'Bangan.
Okay, so and you said they're not right next to each other, right? They're
No, they're on opposite sides of the room.
the two guys.
Yes.
Oh, and I did draw my sword just to be prepared.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I will shoot. I will go over. So I'm just trying to picture in my head. If I go over near, but like to the side of Gray, I can still cast spells and protect him, right?
Sure.
All right. So I'll move over there and just be ready. I guess hold my action and be ready.
Okay. Next is the dwarf on the left who starts running towards the middle of the room. And I guess he would pass by the remainder of you two. So since he probably would not want to attack, you're a dwarf, right, Doc?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say you'd probably try to attack Tickles. Actually, one second. So as he's running towards you, you hear him yell something in Dwarvish, and he casts Enlarge on himself. So he turns into a large creature.
Did I understand what he said?
Yeah, I speak Dwarvish.
Dwarvish. Yeah, he just cast Enlarge.
He just spoke a spell.
Okay. That's what I assumed. I was just making sure that he wasn't speaking while doing that too.
So yeah, for the record, I also speak Dwarvish.
Okay.
I don't know if you knew that or not. So
I'm sure I did. I just can't keep track of everyone's languages.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I know, but since we're fighting dwarves at the moment,
Yeah,
I would just remind
okay.
you. So if they try to speak in Dwarvish, I will, in addition to Doc, I'll understand them.
All right. So yeah, you have this suddenly enormous dwarf running towards you. And next in the order is going to be Tickles Mangina.
So
Wait,
now,
he didn't attack Tickles. He just ran. Oh, because he cast.
No,
him.
that was his action. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
so now he's not this little guy. He's a big guy, right?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
bigger than you.
All right. So I'm going to attack. I'm going to rage, of course. because now he's a big guy, and I'm going to attack him.
Okay.
So I attack with a roll. I want to make sure I do this right. 'Cause I
Your
don't
die
want
20, and then you're gonna add your bonuses to your
Yeah,
attack
okay.
to hit.
All right, I don't want to cheat. That's why I'm just saying. 15.
You're muted, Gish. If you're
And you can wait until you roll to decide if you want to use the inspiration or not.
Well, I rolled more than a 22. So
Yeah,
There
so
you go.
wanna use
Don't,
the-
then don't use it.
I wouldn't use it.
Not yet. I don't. Well, if he's more than 22 to hit, we're in trouble.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, it hits. There you go. Now you get your damage.
damage is right. So damage is a straight roll, right? So is
No,
that,
you're adding your strength, right?
Plus
Yeah.
2 for the range.
Your standard additions, that is.
oh, okay. So I get 2 and 5. So that's 2, 5. So that's 10.
2 plus 5 equals 10.
No, I got a 5. So
Oh, you got a 5.
Then these 2. That's 10.
Gotcha.
It's always an adventure. Tickles and math, always an adventure.
You're not
Yeah.
here for your math. You're here for your looks.
Anything
I-
else?
That's it. I mean,
That's
I
okay.
don't get anything extra. So
Doc.
I'll yell out in giant to the ogre. Why do they have you locked up?
It seems to not understand you and just kind of like roars and it. Make a perception check for me, please.
$19.
Yeah, this is clearly an undead ogre.
Okay.
So
That means undead dwarves.
no, they do not appear to be undead.
Okay. Well, you said they were like frozen and yeah. Okay. Or
Haggard.
ragged looking, I guess maybe.
I guess I'll go up to the one that's enlarged and can I still talk like to them?
Yeah,
Dude.
it's a free action.
Okay, I'll say we really well. I guess just after Tickle, just
Tickle's whacking, but he tried. But they've already
we
attacked.
don't want
us.
to fight, but we're looking for why these things were taken, and then I'll hold my action.
All right, he says in Dwarvish, "That's none of your business."
Okay.
I'm gonna make
If he said that, I probably actually wouldn't have held my action.
Yeah, that's fine. You want to
Went
attack
ahead
him?
and smacked him with the warhammer,
Okay.
which would be a 16 to hit
That hits.
for 9 damage.
Okay. Anything else?
That'll be it.
All right. Next up in the order is the ogre, who furiously rattles the cage but can't seem to bust out. And then the other dwarf is last in the order, and he tries to run around Gray to get to the cage. So I guess you would have an opportunity attack against him.
Okay.
Rip
so
his
yeah.
head off.
So I'm going to attack him. That is a 16 to hit. No,
Yep.
18 to hit.
Either one hits.
Okay. And that'll be 7 damage.
All right. Well, despite you hitting him, he still manages to get by you and gets to the cage and opens it. And the ogre roars and busts out of the cage. And we're back on the top of the order.
Well,
Oh, wait, I still held. We
Oh,
held
yeah,
our
you
action.
both held your actions. That's right. Go ahead.
You were first, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was first. So, crap. So the ogre and the dwarf are right next to each other at this point.
Yep.
But I don't know that I want to get into a close combat with an ogre. So I am going to. So how far am I from both of them at this stage?
You're about 15 feet, 10, 15 feet.
10 or 15 feet.
Hey, wait a minute. Did you hold your action, or were we
Yeah.
at the top of the order?
No, they held their action.
We held our action.
I'm making sure.
All right, I am going to. I'm trying to remember that bonus action. Yeah, that's a bonus action. I'm going to cast Hex on the ogre as my bonus action.
Okay.
You place a curse on a creature that you can see within range. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack. You can also choose one ability. When you cast the spell, the target has disadvantage on ability checks made with that chosen ability. If the target drops to 0 before the spell ends, you can turn it to another creature. So,
Okay.
and it lasts for an hour, but it is also concentration. So I'm going to. I can't move because I held my action, but I'm then going to cast Eldritch Blast at the ogre. And that is a 19 to hit.
Yep.
Do math. And that's a D10 plus 4 for the main damage. So that is 10 damage. And then I just forgot what Hex does. Do I roll? I roll a D6. So it's a D6. Oh, a 1. So 11 damage.
11. Okay.
And the save. What's his bard thing he attacks with? That's a wisdom save, right? So disadvantage on wisdom saves. Oh wait, he's stupid. He's an ogre. And he's undead. Let's go. I'm trying to think what other people cast that he can dodge.
Well, there's one that's more common than anything.
Dex, I guess. Yeah. We'll go disadvantage on Dex.
Okay. Dill, you held your action.
Yeah. So from where, I mean, you got to let me know what I can do here. I'm assuming because he just opened the gate that he's right there with the ogre. Can I do burning hands and not completely incinerate Gray at the same time?
I'm 15 feet away.
What is burning hands in a line?
It does a 15-foot cone.
Yeah. If you're roughly next to or behind Gray,
okay.
You can, yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna do that. It's a dexterity saving throw for the creatures that are in that 15-foot cone.
Okay. So
and apparently they have a disadvantage on dexterity.
So the ogre rolled a 2.
That does not save, yeah.
And the dwarf rolled an 8. I'm guessing that's not.
They both do not save, so then they're going to take 3d6. Here we go. And that's going to be 10 fire damage each.
Okay. All right. Now we're back to the top of the order with Gish.
Okay. If I were to put a 20-foot cube in the room, could I get the ogre and both dwarves in it?
No, definitely not.
Could I get both dwarves, but not the ogre?
You could get the ogre and the dwarf, or one dwarf.
And the dwarf is either with the ogre or the large dwarf.
Correct.
All right. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to hold my action. And where am I in the room versus the giant dwarf and the dwarf ogre combo?
You're quite close to the giant dwarf and about 15, 20 feet away from the ogre. And the other dwarf.
But he backed up 10 feet whenever he cast.
Yeah, he did back up.
Oh, Okay. So then, the only way to back up would have been back to the drawbridge. So then you're about 30 feet from the ogre and about 10, 15 feet from the large dwarf.
Okay, well, I'm just going to go up to the large dwarf and attack with my rapier.
Okay.
Huzzah! And that's going to be. That's a 9 unless I can do something. Let me double check here. I can't do a thing. So that's
All right.
that.
Yeah, that's gonna miss.
And then I'll just use my bonus action to. Well, I'm going to use the rest of my movement to back away. I know it'll be an opportunity attack, but I'll use my bonus action to say, "For the Dwarf Nation, here's some bardic inspiration," and give a D6 of bardic inspiration to Doc.
Okay. So I will roll for the opportunity attack. That is a 17 to hit.
Yeah.
$13 damage.
Oh, I do not feel good.
All right. Gray.
Okay. So I'm like 15 feet from them and a little ways, but Dill is over there with me. So I put the hex on the ogre. This is probably a mistake. If I go up there, I'll look at my ass handed to me. All right. I'm just gonna move to. I want to do. Let me see. I want to see one thing here. Green flame blade. I'm trying to remember what green flame blade. But they're within like 5 feet of each other, right?
The dwarf and the ogre?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna move forward, attack the ogre with my short sword using the green flame blade, which is like just part of the attack. And that is a 18 to hit.
Yep.
So that's gonna do and then plus the extra 12 damage so 6 piercing and then an additional 6 necrotic from the hex. And then the green flame blade jumps to the green flame blade to the second. I'm trying to remember how much it does to the second target. Sorry. So on a hit, the target suffers the weapon's normal attacks. You can cause the green flame to leap to the target from the target to a different creature of your choice. You can see within 5 feet. The second creature takes fire damage equal to my spellcasting modifier. So he'll take 4 fire damage on the dwarf.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use. Well, they're going to attack me either way. I guess that's it.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm going to use because Dill goes before either of them goes. I'm going to use my rabbit hop to leap 10 feet backwards without provoking an opportunity attack.
Okay.
You're leaving me. You're like, leave the little guy to take the punishment.
No, I just want to get out of the way so you can do like
so that they can totally beat the shit out of you.
No. I'm
10
still
feet back. He's still closer than you.
I'm still closer than you, but now you have a free lane to fire.
I'm just kidding.
So I was trying to give you a lane.
And it is your turn.
Yeah, I'll do burning hands again on. So they're going to do another dex. All right. And they're trying to beat a 13.
The ogre still has disadvantage.
Yep, he rolled an 11, and the dwarf rolled an 18.
Okay, so he'll take half damage. And that's going to be 13. And then I'm not close enough that they get an opportunity attack. So can I back away a little bit here?
Yeah, you bet.
Although I don't necessarily want to back up to the other ogre, the other dwarf behind.
No, yeah, you can back up in the opposite direction.
Okay, good.
All right, it is the big boy ogre's turn, and since Gish is retreated, he's going to attack Tickles. I mean, the big dwarf. I think I said ogre. He's going to attack with a war pick, and it's a 19 to hit.
He hits.
And we're not gonna make it.
12 damage.
Dang.
Rime.
But it's half because you're.
Oh, yeah.
You're in a rage. It's half. But,
Thank you for telling me that.
Next up is Tickles.
Well, I'm going to hit him back.
All right.
So that's a 12.
That does not hit.
Yeah.
Have any bonus actions you want to take?
I'm not going to take off.
Are you,
I guess not.
Are you saving that inspiration?
Oh, wait a minute. I never used that. Can I? Is it too late?
No, you can. Well, I mean, I told you it didn't hit, but that's fine. You can still roll it.
All right. Sorry. Add 6 to it.
Okay, that'll hit.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
16. Oh, wait. What am I doing?
I was going to say, what?
D20.
6. Well, 6. That's 11.
Okay. He looks really upset and really not in good shape. Next up is Doc.
I'm going to attack the large dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
24 to hit
Yeah.
for 7 damage.
All right. You clock him with, what are you attacking with?
Warhammer.
Yeah, you smack him across the face and you see his neck just twist around and he falls down to the ground.
Nice.
And then I will use bonus action healing word on what's Will's character's name? Sorry, I was on a Gish.
Yeah.
yes.
Hi.
Roll for that.
So that is a what?
Yeah, give me a second. For some reason, it's not rolling right. Let me do it this way then. Oh. Be a 4 plus. Wait, there we go. That'd be 8.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. Next in the order is the ogre, who's going to step out of the cage and approach Gray, since he is the closest, and attack you with a Morning Star.
Ooh.
And that's a 24 to hit.
No. Yes, the 24 hits. And I'm dying from one attack.
17 damage.
Well, almost.
Bludgeoning, if that makes a difference.
What'd you say?
Bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, I don't have.
You're immune to bludgeoning damage, right?
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
Imagine that.
Just perfect.
Yeah, Greg just got whacked.
All right, it is the other still living dwarf's turn, and he is going to cast invisibility on himself.
Oh, I got to roll for concentration on my hex. Ooh, good. I made it.
No one held their action this round, correct?
Correct.
No.
All right, we're back on the top of the order with Gish. So
All right.
there's an invisible dwarf somewhere and the ogre.
Okay. Well, the first thing that Gish will do is how far am I from Gray now?
From Gray,
Yeah.
um,
I was where the giant dwarf was, but I moved back 15
Yeah.
feet.
You're about 15, 20 feet.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use that 15, 20 feet to get near Gray and Dild. And then in front of them, where the ogre is, and I'm going to hopefully get in a 20-foot cube, I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
And how I'm going to do that is with Fairy Fire, I'm going to give them some fire. And then that is a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Clearly
Any
not
creature
great
in the
for the
cube.
ogre. Well, nat 20 and a 10. So a 10.
And did I happen to get the other dwarf in the
No.
cube?
No.
20-foot cube? I'll put the corner of it on the ogre.
In which direction?
The ogre would
Where
be
you last saw him, I
the
guess.
bottom right corner of the cube in front of Gray and me. That's where I would set it.
Um,
So
Yeah.
toward the direction you last saw the dwarf.
yeah, no, did not hit him.
Dang it.
Sorry.
Well, maybe a waste of a spell then, but if for the duration, he sheds light for 10-foot radius. Any attack roll against him is with advantage as long as he can be seen. And if I had been able to get the dwarf, they can't benefit from being invisible.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's good against the ogre still.
Yeah. And as a bonus action, I'm going to say, hey, how you doing, Gray? You want to get healed today? And then I'll do healing word.
Okay.
And that's going to be a 7 points of healing.
Oh, nice. I will take that. Although, if he hits me for as much as he did before, that might not matter. That definitely helps.
And Gray, you are next up.
All right. So he's still right in front of me, but I don't know where the other guy went. Correct.
Correct.
So,
I mean, you can infer that he's not in the area of the fairy
yeah,
fire.
where the fairy fire went. So I'm just gonna.
And you now know you have advantage if you attack the ogre.
At this point, well, given the other guy, I can't do the green flame blade to jump to the other guy. I'm just going to use an Eldritch Blast. And that is a 18 to hit.
Yes, sir.
So that's going to do 11 force damage plus, for the hex, 3 additional necrotic damage.
So 14.
Yep. 14
Okay.
and
there
then
No, and then.
I guess that's it. That's it.
Okay. Dild.
How's the? I mean, I know he's an undead ogre, but how's he looking?
Yeah, I mean, he looks worse than he did, but he looked bad to begin with, so it's kind of hard to specifically tell.
All right. I will throw a firebolt at him. So that's a ranged attack I gotta make. Yeah, here we go. Okay. That's gonna be a 23 to hit. There you go. And damage. Here we go. That's gonna be 10 points of fire damage.
Okay. And
then I guess I will move towards the door. Oh, there's 2 doors, right? One door leads outside, right, and one leads further into the mountains.
So there's 2 hallways, one to the left, one to the right from the entrance. There's the entrance, and then directly forward from the entrance, it goes deeper into this cube.
Okay, I want to run I want to use the rest of my movement to go towards that entrance and just see if I bump into anybody on the way. Go
Okay.
right there. Go right there to the entrance, and then just kind of like spread my arms out wide.
All right. You know what?
As far as
Make
I
me a luck roll.
I'm gonna run and flap my wings as I go.
Straight up D20. 1 to 10 to fail, 11 to 20.
I got a 16.
All right. You bump into something for sure.
I mean, I'm pretty tiny. I don't know how much. Well, he's pretty tiny too.
I mean, yeah, I don't think you're going to do any damage to each other. You weren't running that fast. But,
And I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream. I touched something. I touched something over here. And I'm probably not big enough to block the doorway any really well.
no, it's not. So in that direction, it's not a doorway. It's just like it is.
It's
like
just the cavern.
10 feet, at least 10 feet across.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But he will need to try to hold concentration. Oh, and that's a natural 1. So yeah, you invisible him.
I flapped my wings and knocked him down. I did the Karate Kid on him.
Yeah. The old crane technique. No
That's
can defend.
hilarious.
Illegal kick.
That's
All
the
right.
best thing I've ever done in this game.
Anything else?
The little gnome like running.
That was it. No, that was it. Yeah.
It's just slamming into the drawer.
Tickles.
I guess I'm going to run towards the ogre
Okay.
and attack the ogre.
You have advantage.
So that means do I
Oh
roll
yeah, because
2?
of the fairy fire. Yeah.
Yep.
So I roll 2.
Yeah. You roll 2 and take the bigger one.
Before I rolled an 18 before I add anything.
Okay, that hits.
Okay.
Well, roll the other. If that was your first one, roll another one to see if you get it.
Oh, well, I rolled 2 at the same time.
Okay. Never mind then.
Just in case you got a crit. So yeah. But you did not. Okay.
It's a 9. 14.
Okay. He's looking real rough. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right, Doc.
I'll run up and attack the ogre too.
Okay.
15
15 hits.
for 9
What's up,
damage.
Robert the G-Man is in the chat. What's going on, G-Man?
Hey.
What's up, Robert? Okay, let me see here. Okay. You smack him with your warhammer and he falls to the ground, seemingly defeated, and then you see him kind of twitch and get back up on one knee and stand back up.
One of those guys.
I hate when that happens.
And it is the ogre's turn, and he did not like what you just did to him, so he's going to swing at you with his Morning Star, Doc.
All right.
But that is only a 12 to hit.
That misses.
Then it is the other dwarf's turn, and he is going to attack Dild with his war pick, since you just wrecked
He's
his
not
escape
really.
plan.
Oh, the guy I knocked down. Yeah, sorry. It's not the ogre, right?
No.
'Cause I ran.
19 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, aren't you lucky? He does 3 points of damage.
I was gonna say, our wizard. So he got like
Well-
75% of the wizard's
Probably like half.
HP.
All right. And back up to the top of the order.
Well, I will. How far am I from Dill?
From Dild.
Mhm.
I was running down the cavern there.
Yeah. 15 feet.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to go up where Dild is and attack the dwarf with my rapier.
All right.
Uh, 13.
13 does not hit. No.
Well, that is all I can do. So I'll go, well, I tried. Hi.
All right. Gray.
All right, so I'm gonna use my bonus. Can I do it? Yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action to put Hexblade's Curse on the ogre,
Okay.
and
What does that
then once per short rest, as a bonus action, you choose a creature you can see within 30 feet to curse for 1 minute or until the target dies. You die or are incapacitated. Against the cursed target, you gain +2 bonus to damage rolls. Score a critical hit on a roll of 19 or 20, and you regain 6 hit points if it dies.
Okay.
So, and
That's
then
cool.
I'm going to hit him with another Eldritch Blast, and I still have the Hex on him. Oh, and he's still got... Dang it, I rolled an 18, not a 19, but so that'd be a 24 to hit. So,
Sure,
yeah.
yeah.
And then so it's going to be...
You remembered your advantage, right?
9 plus, so 13 force damage plus the d6 for Hex, which I rolled a 6 on, so 13 plus 6, 19 plus the 2 for the Hexblade's Curse, 21 damage.
Woo!
Yeah. Tell me how you kill this thing.
So yeah, so the little rat, like I leap up into the air and shove like the blade right underneath the chin of the ogre, like right into his throat, and then rip it out the side and then land back down.
All right. Yeah. You land back down and just like a shower of black ooze just trickles behind you and he falls backwards. And
Sweet.
But he
not
uses
getting
teeth.
back up.
He's got pointy teeth.
He's got pointy teeth.
And yeah, with
Call
that,
me Tim.
I'm going to, so I'll take the 6 points of healing,
Yeah, that's huge.
and then I'm gonna like, after he like falls to the ground, I'm gonna move halfway toward where Dild, Gish, and so get within like 10 feet of Dild, Gish, and the other dwarf.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
And it is Dild's turn, and you are
How's-
engaged in combat.
Yeah, how's this dwarf looking?
I mean, not great,
All right.
but still on his feet.
Then I'm gonna throw magic missiles at him.
Okay.
So I just rolled the damage. Is that how that works?
Yep.
All right, 3 magic missiles.
Magic missiles is kind of ridiculous, really.
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't do much
They just-
damage.
They don't do a ton of damage, but
I know, but it's just like, oh, you hit.
so that is 10. 10 points of what is it? Force damage.
That is just enough to kill him. Let me know how you do it.
Magic missiles.
They hit him. They like pierce him with bright white light and then blast out the other side.
Okay. And he falls down, also dead.
I turned to everybody. Do you see how I found that guy? I didn't even see he was there.
That was
And
awesome.
you tended me to
Just ran right into him. You didn't even see him.
So
I will search his body since I'm right there.
Now I'll go back to the large one, I guess. And search
Okay.
it.
They both have dwarf-sized scale mail, a shield, a war pick, and a javelin.
Scale.
Don't want any of that.
I'm going to take one of their
I
shields.
want the scale mail.
Okay.
Actually, Tickles might want the javelins because he didn't have a throwing
Yeah.
weapon, right? You
Yep.
should take the javelins.
Before you give him the javelin, I'm imagining you're holding the javelin like this, and I'm like, here we go.
Wait, what is scale mail? What size armor is scale
It's
mail?
medium. I was thinking it's 14 AC and medium.
It Tickles. It just gives you a ranged weapon you can use. Oh, he's frozen.
I'm just trying to think. Dwarf size scale mail would be better
There.
than what I have.
It
But
gives
doesn't-
you something to throw, Tony. right? So when you're in a situation where you can't get to the enemy across the way, you can just hurl a javelin at them.
It's
Your
actually-
mic is doing something. Are you muted? Tony, are you muted? Can't hear you, buddy.
Can't hear you.
I understood you,
that
though.
without hearing it.
His
Yeah,
logo's even off.
Can't not read those lips.
All right. So, okay. So scale mail is medium. Does it give you disadvantage on?
Yes.
It does. Okay. I'm trying to see what it would get me if it's actually better than what I got.
Oh, I didn't even notice Alex wearing his own merch tonight. Look at
Yeah,
that.
what's up? If Iron Maiden can do it, I can do it.
What are you currently wearing?
That's a good question.
Is it
Pants.
chain?
Leather armor. So just light leather armor.
Or then it'd be +3 AC. Possibly. It's +3 AC higher, but depending on what your dex modifier is.
My
I'm on
dex modifier is +3.
Okay, then it would only be +2
Okay.
because it'll only go up to dex modifier of +2.
So it would take me from 14 to 16 potentially.
Yes. It would
And
take
I'm
you-
about the size of a dwarf, is why I was curious. I just don't know if I want to lose the.
disadvantage on
stealth.
stealth.
Yeah.
That's that sucks. I was thinking split instead of scale.
Yeah. I mean, I was wanting to upgrade at some point to medium armor. I just don't know that I really want to mess with scale mail.
And Tony's gone. All right. Bye, Tony.
Oh, wait, it's coming back.
If it was-
Restarting.
All right.
You know,
So
I
I
would-
took the. I did take. Well, if I take the shield though, that gives me the same effect because I don't have a shield right now.
Can we hear him, though? I can't hear you, Tony.
Yeah, shield.
Oh, no. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear
Yeah.
you. Oh, yeah. Rub that
Then
mic.
the shield's
No,
plus
I
two,
opened the
right?
bottle and the water just flew. You didn't see that? The water flew everywhere, and I'm like, so I must have hit the.
Part of your drinking problem.
Yeah, I can't hold my water.
Not that.
I'm gonna
not that
take the
D&D
shield.
ASMR.
I'm going to take one of the shields, Allie.
Yeah, go for it.
So I guess there's 2 javelins for you, Tony.
All right. So I have a question.
Yeah.
If I take the shield, right? That
Your
doesn't
weapon
show
is a two-handed weapon, so you
Yeah.
cannot use
Okay.
the weapon you're using.
Usually shields and barbarians don't go
Yeah,
well
because I got a
together.
great axe, so that's two-handed.
Yeah, it's really
I like
good.
it. Yeah, because I'm using a short sword and now I have a
Mhm.
shield. So, okay.
Yeah, so it'll give you +2 AC.
Yeah, so that gets me to 16. That makes me a little safer, a little better to run in and use my sword.
And Doc, are you taking scale mail too, or do you have
No, I've got
better?
chain, so I'm better.
You're
off.
better off.
Well, we're almost at 11, so I don't know if you guys want to explore the next room or if you just want to call it a day with this defeat.
No, let's explore next time. Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes more sense.
yeah.
Well,
we
I
can
was
take
gonna
more
say,
time.
do we? Is there a reveal if we go to the next room?
I mean, depending on which direction you go in, maybe, but
Tell me
save
what's
it.
in there without telling me what's in there.
Well, I didn't know if you had. Well, it doesn't sound like you have like a. Oh, we step in the room and a giant stands up or something.
no, I mean, let's go to the next room and then we'll see if it gives you a.
All right. So
Yeah,
we
all
go
right.
So-
left, right, or straight.
It's
Obviously,
one on
we've-
left, one on left,
There's
right?
none of the supplies, the pearls and the goats aren't like sitting in this room.
Well, the
The
goats,
goats-
are,
the
goats are in one of
Goes
the
in the
cages
cage.
Okay.
next to where the ogre was.
Okay.
So yeah, there's 3 ways you can continue through this. There is a well in this space. I don't know if you remembered that from my description. There's a well, and then there's a path to the left, a path to the right, and a path forward.
All right. Well, I'll go
Yeah.
investigate the well, I guess. Real quick. 15.
Okay. It descends only about 10 feet. The sides are very icy, but you cannot see anything down in the well. It looks like it was just used to access water from the stream at one point.
Okay. All right. Left, right, or straight?
Want to go
I
straight?
start heading left.
Which way is back towards the tower?
Ooh.
To the right would go back in the closest direction towards the tower you could go.
So yeah, I
You're
say
going to
let's
the
go
tower
right because
first?
we know there's at least somebody over there.
Yeah.
That knows
Okay.
we're
Most
here.
likely.
There is a door at the end of this hallway, but
Does it appear to be just a door?
it appears to be cracked open because clearly one of the dwarves came from this direction.
Okay.
That you thought.
So I'm gonna open the door.
Okay. The door opens into a large, nearly empty room. Snow has drifted into the corners and frost covers the stone walls. 3 barred openings overlook the snow-covered grounds outside of the stronghold.
And that's it.
So this was the tower. No?
This was not the tower. This was you passed by this as you were walking. There were some other openings,
Right.
like the one that you tried to get through to get in with the bars on it. It's
Mhm.
just the same thing as that.
So is there another door leading out of this room?
There are stairs going down
Down.
across the room.
Down.
Down. Interesting. So it's not potentially leading toward the tower.
Unless you gotta go down into a tunnel to come back up into the tower.
It could be. All right, I'm gonna approach the top of the stairs.
Okay. There's no door or anything. They lead down into another room.
Was there? Wait, what was in this room? Just it was basically barren, right?
It's just basically an
Yeah.
empty room, but there's like some snow that has come in from these openings.
But otherwise, it's pretty much empty.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I guess down the stairs.
Okay. Piles of equipment are pushed against the walls of this room. In the southern end of the chamber, an open hatch reveals a route leading underground.
What kind of equipment?
There are 2 suits of scale mail sized for dwarves, 2 steel shields, 3 war picks, 9 javelins, 2 climbers kits, and 4 mess kits.
Can climbers kit? Do I have a climbers?
Climbers kit. How many climbers kits were there?
2.
We'll definitely take those.
Take
Yeah.
those. I'll take the javelins. How many javelins can I hold?
Probably not 11.
Has anybody ever tried?
Hey, listen, if you want to be encumbered,
Can I take 2 more javelins?
sure, you can have 4 javelins.
Okay.
And what you said, med kits or
Mess kits.
med
Med
kits? Okay. All right.
Can we search? Can I search?
So this is taking long. Clearly, there was no reveal here because we went right.
That's all right. I didn't do well anyways.
I mean, you looked pretty thoroughly through the pile of stuff, and that's everything that you found.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we go back down and go the other way.
Keep going.
Well, do we keep going this way? Go through the underground tunnel? Probably leads us out to the tower.
I'm guessing.
Sure.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
can do
let's
that
do it.
while we're here.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, you go underground and walk about 20 feet down this tunnel that's been dug through the rock and the stone, and it opens to a trap door that with a ladder that leads up.
All right. Let's go up into the bottom of this tower, or what we presume is where we're at.
Right.
Okay. You climb up this ladder, and who's going first?
I'll go first.
The barbarian, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go first.
What's your AC?
My AC is 13.
as you pop your head out of this thing, a bolt hits you in the shoulder and does 3 points of damage to you, and you see one of these dwarves standing with a heavy crossbow pointed at you, and that is where we will end.
Okay. Got shot.
Dun, dun, dun.
Shot through the shoulder.
Hey, that armor that we found in that room. What did you say it was?
Scale mail.
Scale
Oh,
mail sized for a dwarf.
Okay.
So you could not wear it, but you could take it and sell it if you wish.
We probably should take some of that stuff.
Well,
we need the
I
money.
figure we'd investigate, and if we, depending on what else we find, we can.
And I could use my thing to change some of that around my
Yeah.
forge cleric specialty thing.
All right. Well, that'll do it for this week. I believe we're good to go next week. Yes.
I think so.
Yeah,
Right.
might not be here, but I don't know yet. That's work thing that I won't know till like
Right.
time of starting.
Well, at the moment, then we will forge ahead and see where we go from there. But in the meantime, I hope everyone's having a great start to their week, and never turn your back on an ogre. Okay. Bye.